Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to take a look at a breakdown of how Dokkan calculates stats and basically give you an idea of how you can work out very roughly the attack or defense stats for your units, alongside as well your after super defense, because that's usually the case. So maybe you're in a situation where you're a new player, an experienced player, a veteran player, etc. And you've looked at a unit, let's say for example AGL Turles, and he's got quite a few different things going on. He has defense when he has a certain type of unit on his team. He has additional defense at certain key thresholds. He has additional defense on super. He has additional defense and attack from his super attack. He's got a lot of layers going on. So a lot of the times when you put him in the turn and you see a 200k defense stat, you know and I know that that defense stat is going to become something very different after he performs his super attack. Now the attack order or the calculation order is on the side. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. We'll go through it. Flat stat boosts, which aren't very common anymore, occur after passive boosts. So you get your leader skills always kick in first, then you will have your start of turn passives, your start of turn support passives. So for example, if a unit gives attack and defense without any requirements, that will kick in the same line. Then you will have links, which will be in their next field. These also kick in. Then you add in your key multipliers if you have an attack. If you're working out defense, you don't add anything here. Then you have your build up passive. So for example, if a unit raises their attack and defense, this occurs after the key multiplier for attack and will occur directly before the on attack passives, which is very important to understand for defense. You then get on attack passives. So for example, this unit raises defense by 120% on super. This also applies to key based requirements. So for example, if a unit gains 800% defense with 8 key, that only occurs once they have fired their super attack or once their attack has been fired, because then the game registers that the key has been met. Then you will have your super attack multiplier apply, which I have a video about, and then you finally have your final addition, which is super attack multiplier increases, which some units do on super. So to cut a long story short, to use Turles as an example, his start of turn passive is attack and defense of 120%. Okay, he then has an additional attack and defense of 120% when he is 9 or more. This will occur after any build-up passives, links, etc. apply. So if Turles after links and everything has 270k defense, you can effectively take that 270k defense and double it, which is why his defense gets so high. Some units have conditional requirements. You can see here with Gohan and Goten, they have a 58% attack and defense gain when a Goku is in the same turn and they perform a ultra super attack. This requirement will only occur after their build-up of their passive. So if we take their defense, which is 270k, that 270k is made up of two components, their start of turn defense of 158% and currently the support passive of 30% that they're getting, alongside as well the all in the family link. You can see that when we move that they lose their defense. They will then get their raise of defense on that. So any raise of defense from their passive or from their super will occur before that 58% multiplier. So if it's 272k, they raise their defense by 20% upon super. That gives them another 54,000. They raise their defense by 10% for each attack that they perform. So that gives them another 27,000. They're then at 348% or 340k defense. And they raise that by 58%, which means in total their defense is looking roughly like it is going to be around 500k. Remember that the raised defense does not factor in the passive raise, nor does it factor in the super attack raise defense. It only occurs on the attack stat just before. So it's very important. Another great example and a good way to see this is with this Gohan. So this Gohan in the third slot, he gains 40% attack and defense on passive, which is on super, which is always difficult to see. but he provides support as the third attacker. And what's great to see here, if you watch AGL Gohan stats and Tech Goku stats, you'll notice that when we claim orbs with Super Saiyan Gohan, their attack stats don't go up. However, the moment the enemy that fires a single attack and the attack order has now been set, you will notice that their attack stats go up. And this is because his passive only kicks in once the attack order has been finalized, which only occurs once the boss or enemy fires their first attack. That's why first attacker or attacker based passives usually only occur upon super or after the enemy attacks, and it's important to note that. You can see there the big stat jump. Obviously Gohan gets his own stat jump, but you can see immediately the big change in those stats with Goku and Gohan because of that passive now kicking in. So it's very, very important to understand the attack order. But the most important thing with on super passes for attack and defense is to understand that they are essentially the final step in the calculation. So if your unit has 270k defense and they are going to get 100% defense on super, they will gain their full amount of defense less links. Please remember that links will not factor in to the on super raise. It doesn't work like that. It will only factor in the defense that the unit has raw plus any passive increases in defense. So permanent passive increases, not inclusive of super attack increases. But it's one of those reasons as to why units, especially second slot units, can tank so well after supering comparative to before. And it's also important to remember that 2-turn passive buffs occur at start of turn, but buffs like B-Pan, which are actives within the turn, occur flat and occur after the key multiplier kicks in. That's why they augment units like Goku and Gohan, or any on super units attack stat so highly. I hope this helps. If you need any more, you can let me know in the comments, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, thank you for watching, and it's always appreciated. Let me know in the comments if you need any help, and yeah, bye.